Hey guys, it's Joey, and this is going to be a witchy haul video over bits and pieces which I have wildcrafted and bought recently. And I'm going to do this video today as a witchy haul fun silly video because I want to do a more serious video tomorrow, and I thought for my sake as well as everybody else's, let's have a bit of a lighter one to just sort of crack up the serious stuff. I'm going to try and do the Ogham today as well. That's going to take a little bit more explanation, but that will be on the Ogham video. So first and foremost, I wanted to show you some bits that I picked up in nature today, and they're actually sat on my pentacle board that I made myself, and I'm not entirely sure how I feel about it. I did this with pyrography, where you wood burn, and it looks very much to me like cat's tails. It's obviously a Triskel. I'm not sure how I feel about it yet. I'm sitting with it, seeing how I feel about it. If I really don't like it, I might get some paint and paint over it. I'm sitting with it. I'm not sure how I feel about it. It's only for me, so. So these are a few bits that I got wildcrafted, and the first of the wisteria. Some wisteria was on the ground, so I grabbed it quick, and I will be grabbing plenty of that, drying it out, maybe putting some on the store. And then some beautiful, look at these, look at them. They're horse chestnut. They're big, beautiful leaves. And then this is horse chestnut flowers as well. I'm not sure about the pink ones. They were just on the floor. And I was like, ooh, pink. They can go on the altar for Beltane. So these are horse chestnut. I think some people call them buckeye as well, and I'm not really sure. I've always known them as horse chestnut. And the information on magical workings with horse chestnut leaf and flowers was surprisingly small. Like, there's a whole metric ton of like medical stuff you can use them for, but like magical uses was limited to something like, where did I wrote it down, healing and luck. I was like, okay. However, it did put me in mind of the fact that it actually reminds me of my grandma who passed, and graveyards. And this is because I remember very vividly being quite young, going through graveyards with her, because all the best conkers fell from the horse chestnut trees in the graveyard. And I don't know if that's a morbid memory or not. I think it's kind of a beautiful memory, but it's a very early memory. I've kind of been, what, 5, 6 maybe? So pretty early. So for me it has ancestral connections as well, which is nice. Wisteria is a wish herb. It's a whimsy herb, a fae herb, a mystical herb. Of air and communication and divination and those sorts of things. I'm not entirely sure what the pink one is, so it was just on the ground and I was like, pink! Beltane! And that's actually the theme of a lot of this week. And I will be doing my Beltane altar today, hopefully, and making a video on that tomorrow, before or after the serious video. Probably after, just to cheer everybody up after I've had a talk. Right, so where shall we start? So we start with bits I got I want to finish up with those two. So this is making no sense to people who are like, what are you on about? What are you talking about? Right, so my Sugarlight arrived last week. This is Sugarlight. Doop, doop, doop. There we go. Sugarlight is from Crystal Age. I can't remember the price. I've got a feeling it was £6. No, it must have been more than that. I don't know. I can't remember. Sugarlight was from Crystal Age, though. They may have been £2 each. One of the most important love stones, teaches and protects in matters of spiritual quests, love and forgiveness, is a very powerful healing stone that encourages you to take love into yourself. and sort of universal love. I think while we're close up we'll do the other crystal gemstones. So they were from Crystal Age last week. So today I went into Holistic Fields in a neighbouring towns over, and basically when I bought quite a lot of bits, and I've been having a very difficult time lately, and I felt I deserved a bit of therapy, basically shopping therapy, so I went. Right, so I got some of these little bags. I think they were £6 for £1. I really liked the colour. I thought the colour was quite unusual. Just zoom out a little. There you go. And I was running out of like little bags to put my crystals in, so I was like, you know, I'll get some of those while they're there. So that's relatively boring, but I loved the colour of them. I thought they were interesting. So then I got Petalite, which is gone too far. There we go, Petalite. I had not heard of Petalite before, and I was like, oh, it's pink and perfect for Beltane. You're gonna see a theme. I promise you're gonna see a theme. Petalite is a stone of vision, profound peace and joy. Placed on the third eye during meditation, it brings relaxation, quieting the mind, and helping you explore your inner self. Helps heal emotional trauma, protects, balances, and promotes self-acceptance. So that's Petalite. And I got some Iolite. So there's the first theme. Sugarlight. Petalite. Iolite. So this is Iolite. There were only 3 of them. I was like, they're all mine. Iolite brings balance, motivation, self-assurance and endurance in adverse situations. Motivation, especially in creative endeavours, brings the idea of the muse to the forefront, self-expression, and is connected to the energy of Twilight, not the book. The book has ruined my ability to talk about Twilight. Twilight is my favourite time of the day. Twilight is when I feel most empowered. It is basically what I call my time. A lot of witches feel most alive, most empowered in the middle of the night and when it's dark with all their candles out. Whilst I do feel empowered doing that and very witchy, the time I feel most powerful is twilight. Between the sun setting and the sun just being set and that time, that dusky time, I'm like, oh, it fills me with joy. It really does. So that's Iolite. And then I got one of their pick and mix bags, so we're going to have to guess at what's in this because they didn't actually tell me, right? Oddly enough, it's for creativity, so I just picked this one out randomly, and I don't know if you're going to be able to see the little label. No, not really. It says creativity on it. Right, I can tell you what I think they are. I know what a couple of them are looking at it, right? So this is pyrite. This looks very much like Mookanite jasper with that little orange band down there. This looks like it might be an agate, like an orange agate. Could be wrong, but that's what it looks like. Can you see the lines through? That's usually agate. Now, are you amethyst? I think that might actually be amethyst. It's a very, very pale amethyst if it is. Could be. And I'm pretty sure it's amethyst. It doesn't look like an ametrine. Yeah, it's amethyst, I'm pretty sure. So I got those in my lucky dip. I did that again because I was like, oh, that's so much fun. And actually I don't have pyrite. So, you know, I don't have that. So, creativity, stimulating your creative reflexes. And they had a big sale on. So I actually got 2 clusters. This is a smoky quartz cluster, and I don't know whether people will remember or not, but I was talking a month or 2 back about the fact that I adore smoky quartz and I don't actually have a cluster of it. Well, now I do. They had a big sale on, and this was a few pounds. I've seen them for a lot more, and in England. Anyway, I realise other places in the world have better deals than we do. Excuse me. Oh dear, that's not good. Smoky quartz is obviously a really incredibly important stone for me. It's a stone which not only dissolves all the negativity and recycles it into positive energy, it also connects me to my goddess, particularly in the bathe aspect, particularly sort of death cycles, particularly for endings of things, particularly getting rid of things, that sort of thing, as well as spiritual divination type things. And then I got Smithsonite blue. It is blue. I don't know how well it's showing up. I think it's blue. It looks blue to me in person. Almost like a cloud. Grey blue. So I've written the blue meanings down anyway. It's an interesting... If you read up on how it's created, it's a really interesting one. Heals emotional wounds by bringing in universal love, gently releases anger, fear and pain, balances the energy fields between the etheric and emotional bodies and eases panic attacks. The Stone of Inner Peace. And every time I read that, I think of Kung Fu Panda. Inner peace. Inner peace. Panda! That's me. I'm that little fox thing. Okay. Then I got some incense sticks. Remember me talking about these people's incense sticks last week or week before or whenever the frig it was, I don't know. Right, so I got 25 dragon's blood for £2. So this is actually cheaper than they were. They're even cheaper now. So instead of 20 for £2, I got 25. And then I got rose and violet. And rose and violet are going to be for Beltane. More pink. So I suppose I should really have them the right way up, so people aren't like, Joe, so please turn them the right way up. Dragon's blood is the Morrigan in a lot of ways. It's a power, vitality, warrior incense, and I talked about it the other week in terms of it's getting more difficult to buy the actual resin, so I'm using the sticks a little bit more in the offerings to her just because it's more readily available. It also boosts your self-worth, self-esteem, self-power, things of that nature. So rose and violet. Now rose is obviously going to be connected with the love aspect, and if you haven't guessed by now, my big theme for Beltane is going to be self-love, as in learning to truly look after yourself and figure out what you need and save something for yourself and stop giving to everybody else to the detriment of your own well-being. That's going to be my theme, my theme tune from here on out, especially for Beltane. Just in case we couldn't guess that from the crystals that you have already seen. So rose is then therefore going to be about that self-love. Violet is wisdom, luck, love, protection and healing. So it ties into all of those energies perfectly. So that's the stick incense. So what do we have left? Okay, well I got some candles from them, and these are for Beltane. And I got 3 of each of these. So there are 3 purple, 3 dusty pink, or rosy, dusty rose or whatever, and 3 baby pink. Witchy. And there are a load of screaming children outside. Go away! As if I can hear them in here. I'm in the front. Ugh, I hope you can't hear them on video. Alright. Anyway. So we have a purple, a dusty rosy pink and a baby pink. These are for Beltane. They're very fey looking when you actually look at the 3 of them together. So your purple would, for candle magic, is the realm of the spirit. It's the realm of magic, the magician. It can be used in fey magic, it quite frequently is. Something mystical, something divine, something other, something ethereal, something mysterious, something about the crown chakra and connecting to your higher purpose. That sort of energy. The pinks are a little bit more difficult because if you kind of look them up in colour magic, you find pink and it's like, well, pink varies. you can get this pink, you can get this pink, you can get like neon pink, you can get like an almost red pink. Surely these should all have different meanings. So here we're going to go with my intuition and how I feel about it. So the lighter pink for me is going to be more connected to sort of rose quartz style energies. It's going to be very much about love. It's going to be that gentle healing power of love, the bringing love into yourself from the universe, about encouraging yourself to take care of yourself, that gentle sweetness. The dusty pink is a little more va-va-voom, is a little bit more of a sensuality, of a sexuality side of Beltane, which was obviously one of the main themes of Beltane, the mating of the god and the goddess. Being that I work with the Morrigan, it's sometimes can be a little bit more complicated because her huge mating ceremony was at Samhain with Dagda. So there's a slight disconnect there, although to be honest, Beltane has always been one of those ceremonies where I have to find my own way because the standardised meanings are a little bit, they don't quite fit with me. I don't know. It's just one of those, sometimes I have more difficulty connecting to the lighter half of the year than I do the darker half of the year, which, say what you like. So that's what those candles are for in terms of colour magic. So I think we're on the last two. We are. Right, the last two I did not buy today. I didn't buy them at all. They were they were a reward for weight loss. I'm in the process of losing weight and getting healthy, and the idea behind that in some forms is that I would have weight loss goals that when reached, I would get rewards. So the first one was this. This is a generator point from Crystal Age. It was £5, so it's relatively inexpensive. I think it was £5, I'm pretty sure. Some of them are a little bit more. But I haven't had a rose generator point since my mother sold my last one, and I thought it was time I got a new one. And the energy on this thing is insane. I mean, I've had rose quartz and I enjoy working with rose quartz, and I've often compared them to like a kitten purring. They're a very gentle, very loving, very sort of warm and safe energy. This thing, it makes my whole body feel like I'm wrapped up. It makes me feel safe. It's got an incredible energy to it, this one. So is the next one you're going to see, and I guarantee the next one's going to blow you away. But the energy on this, whew, whew. Perfect for Beltane as well, rose quartz. And then the final one, which I had, where have you gone? Ah, there you are. The information, I just want to make sure the information is there. I've wanted one of these for a good long while, and because I wanted one of these for a good long while, I put it as my first major weight loss target. So if I hit my first target, which I smashed, the target was to reach the stone mark. The stone mark would have meant that I was down £10, and I smashed it by 4, so I was down a stone. This is fairy quartz. Fairy quartz is linked to the Fairy Kingdom with a soothing energy, bringing peace, calm, and is beneficial to the soothing emotional pain as well as emotional illnesses. Great for meditation, alleviates depression, connected to the crown chakra. It also possesses quartz properties as well as spirit quartz energies in a gentler fashion, so can be used to work with astral projection, dream work, shamanic journeying and rebirthing. And it's beautiful. It's really, really beautiful. And not only is it really beautiful, not only has it some incredible energies for me to start working with, but that right there represents determination of will. So there you go. This was quite a long hauly video. There are some definite themes that we will be utilising going forward. Many blessings.